And boy, do we like Henkel. I could say Henkel, 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 like 100 times a day. Zwilling Henkel, one of the most recognized names in in knives, around by chefs all over the world.
Yes.
Is doing this for this price here at HSN or as long as supplies last. It's an entire library or repertoire of knives plus the block. Do you know it's almost $400 if you buy it anywhere else?
Oh, I know, it's crazy.
But John,
and the quality of the knives, Henkel knives, all German-made, stainless steel, all ice-hardened steel. So, yeah, I mean, they're razor sharp, and they stay that way because of this special set that we have for you today.
Yes, honestly, you know, it's all about the demos, John. Let me just show them what they get real quick. So here are all your knives. It's an entire wardrobe. Remember, you're also getting your wardrober for your Henkel, 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 your Zwilling Henkel. Lifetime warranty. Everybody's got to have a chef knife. You're getting it. Everybody needs a kitchen shears. You're getting it. Everybody needs a bread knife, and boy, if you can pick these up, you can tell these are the knives that sell in excess of 3 digits for each knife.
These are the knives when you go to the retail stores, you find them in a locked case.
You bet you do. I mean, plus you get your Fineedge prep knife, you get your utility knife, you get that serrated knife, so you're serrated, you're paring, and then of course that prep knife. And incidentally, if there's one little itty bitty hole waiting for you, ask about the Santoku. That is the most popular, quote unquote, open stock knife that Zwilling Henkel sells, and that's $80 on its own. You can get it a special price tonight.
This is it here.
John, it's all about how these work, my friend.
I know. Well, you know, Zwilling Henkel has been around for 288 years.
Holy schmoly.
Established, all German-made, surgical, they're stainless steel knives, ice hardened, which is very important. It's a process that we do extremely well at Henkel. The handles fit your hand perfectly. They're well balanced. In fact, the best balance. Ask any professional chef about Zwilling Henkel. They'll tell you top quality.
Absolutely.
Okay, best knife ever made.
You bet.
and
by
they're
the way,
razor sharp. Now, again, this is that Santoku knife that this one does not come in the set.
Right.
Okay, but just to show you, I mean, they are literally razor sharp, and they stay that way because of the special block that we created for this knife set.
Right, absolutely. And incidentally, it is bow and go. You want to make somebody happy on your Christmas list? $400, almost $400 anywhere else you shop. It's basically a half off sale. There's the item number for that great Santoku knife. Add that if you can, very few of those. John, let's show these babies in action.
Well, here's the best part about it. This block set, okay, it comes with this beautiful ashwood block.
Gosh, that's gorgeous.
It's beautifully done with a stainless steel top. Every slot is labeled. It has the knife labeled right. I don't know if we can come in close enough to see those labels. Like the bread knife, when you pull the bread knife out, you don't have to remember which slot it goes in because it shows you right here on the top of the block. But what I want to show you is when I put this knife back in, and by the way, these are all dishwasher safe. I do not recommend using cleaning knives in the dishwasher because they bang into things.
It's like fine jewelry.
Here, I want you to listen to this. Okay, when I put this into the knife block, can you hear that?
Yeah, no, what
Every
is that?
time you put it in and take it out, it sharpens itself. We have a built-in ceramic sharpener inside of every straight blade knife slot here, so you never have to worry about a dull knife again.
That's genius. So, Mike, you're right. He said he had this for 8 years, still as good as the day he got him. Diane and Dwayne, everybody loves them. Adriana, she says too, loves this set. Joey was right. She's like, they sharpen at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, these are razor sharp, and they're made to stay that way. Because again, every time you wipe that off with your kitchen towel and slide it back into your knife block, listen, you can hear it sharpen itself.
Hear that?
And when you pull it back out to use it again, it resharpens. So you always have a sharp knife.
Okay, it is 5-pay flex pay for this show, guys, and it's free shipping, $35.99. Remember, it's an entire wardrobe of knives. That chef knife, you could make the argument that pays for the whole set.
You know,
seriously.
I think the block itself, because what would you spend to have your knives professionally sharpened? Most of us have knives like this in the kitchen drawer, okay? You may have used them for a hammer in the past and the handle broke, or maybe you use the tip for a screwdriver and break the tip off, and you throw them in your kitchen drawer. Next thing you know, you've got 25 knives in your kitchen drawer, and they're all dull. I mean, you know. And the problem with a knife is when it cuts through the food, it hits your table,
It's
your
going to-
countertop,
right.
your cutting board, your plate, or a dish.
Yeah.
That's what dulls your knives.
You're right.
And after a while, they get dull. And the problem is, up until now, look at this. This is what most people have
Who can figure
in their
that
knife
out?
block to sharpen their knives. Now, if you can figure out how to use one of these things, okay, you have to use, the perfect angle for a sharp knife is 18 degrees. Now, I can't do this at 18 degrees, okay? I mean, even on a hone, a block, you have to do this. Okay, you never have to worry about that because every time you reach for your knife and pull it out of that block, it sharpens itself. So you never have to sharpen your knives again.
You don't. Let me just show
store it
you
in the
again.
block.
It's a whole library of knives. You could make the argument the chef knife pays for the purchase. There's that bread knife. You need a kitchen shears. That could easily be a flex pay, especially for ZWILLING Henckels. I could say that, you know, with lifetime warranty.
Yeah.
There's your prep knife, there's your serrated, and there's your paring. Now, if you want the Santoku, oh, by the way, we also have the steak knives. There's a great little slot for the steak knives, which are fabulous and in sellout quantity.
That, by the way, Shannon, is not just a 4-piece set, it's an 8-piece set. It comes in this display box, okay, which is beautiful. You can open that up. These fit, they complement any flatware set that you have at home, and it's a double set. So it's 8 pieces. Now, I want to show you this because you can take these out of here, and there's 8 slots in the knife block for your steak knives down below. So if you want to complete the set, and what a great deal on an 8-piece steak knife set from ZWILLING Henckels.
This is a gift. Now, if you're doing the whole wardrobe of knives, anywhere else, it's almost $400. And you ask anyone whether they cook a little or a lot, they know that name Henckels. So ZWILLING Henckels, lifetime warranty.
Look at this.
Now you're showing
This
off.
is literally the weight of the knife that's doing the slicing here. All I'm doing is moving it. Most of us have dull knives like this at home, and if you've ever tried to slice fresh, soft bread, you end up with these little bread sticks like this, and then you have to stretch it back out and try and fit that in the top. I mean, you ever try and butter something like that?
I know, it's crazy.
But look at this. See, that's the thing. Most of us have a drawer full of dull knives.
We do.
But it doesn't matter if you like a thick slice, a thin slice. You can cut a paper-thin slice with this ZWILLING Henckels bread knife. This knife alone, I mean, if you price this in the stores and then compare what you're getting in this entire set today,
crazy. You know
it's ridiculous.
John, I'm so sorry. Can I show off that Santoku? Do we have it?
Yes, I have one right here.
Okay, so if we're rotating that item number, it comes in a beautiful box, by the way. If you see that little extra slot, add the Santoku. It's on FlexPay. Everything's on 5 FlexPay for this hour. I don't care if they cook a little or a lot, everybody wants a Henckels. Everybody does. I mean, and it's so great. We are Facebooking Live. We do this every Monday. Randomly, someone will get $25 to spend. John, you should hear some of the comments on Facebook. People are like, I've had mine since the 90s. They're still like new. I love the fact that they sharpen themselves.
Yes.
It takes the prep out of the prep. Because, John, whether you're a chef or not, if you have a dull knife, it's working against you in the kitchen.
A dull knife, I mean, how do you, does that look familiar?
Right?
Look at this. All you do is move it and it cuts. Now, I've only shown you a couple of knives so far, okay? And I know we're limited on time.
I know.
But I gotta tell you, come the holidays, when you have this set out, okay, just for carving alone, you're gonna love that chef's knife. Now, here's a little tip too for your, you start up here, look at this. All I'm gonna do is work my way around the bone.
Just follow the bone as a guide.
Follow the bone all the way around.
But you can't do that with a dull knife.
No.
You cannot do that with a dull, you know that.
Look at that.
I mean.
That's all bone.
So Dwayne and Joey, Barbara, they are all loving these knives. Vicky, Lee, all of our Facebook friends. If you are new, please join the party. We do this every Monday. Like me and find me, Shannon Smith on HSN. But John, the whole idea is, especially for the person who's hard to buy for, we could make the argument, especially with that lifetime warranty, this is a lifetime knife set.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. And as a gift, I mean, listen, housewarming gifts, wedding showers, anniversaries, with the holidays coming up, you're gonna be carving that turkey or ham. Well, hey, you ever do this, you ever saw back and forth to cut turkey or ham?
Okay. No, you know it.
Now, you can do that if you're comfortable with that, but look at this. It's like, again, it's like the weight of the knife does the slicing for you. All I'm doing is pushing it through, and you pull,
Yeah.
It'll never rip, it'll never tear, it'll never shred up those slices.
Perfect slices every time.
Every time.
Hey, Jackie, good to see you. You are so sweet. Our Melly likes these as well. Rita, cuts like butter. And, you know, part of the reason it cuts like butter is, I know John has showed you a couple of different times, with the gift of the block, it's $400 anywhere else.
Yes.
It sharpens the knife as you store it, basically, and you're getting your whole repertoire of knives. Zwilling Henkel, again, if I just said Henkel, do it.
I know it.
If you only bought it to fillet your own cuts of meat.
I'm actually doing this to prove a point. I have our bread knife right now, okay, to show you the sharpness and the quality. I just filleted the skin off of the salmon with our bread knife, okay?
Is that crazy?
These are the most incredible knives you will ever use or gift to someone, because again, you move it and it cuts it. And this is our bread knife, okay? So this knife right here is, this is my favorite knife in the set.
Yeah,
okay?
I agree, me too.
And it's called the prep knife.
Yep.
And this knife you will use literally for just about everything in the kitchen, because, I know I'm back and forth, back and forth. Look, I get so excited. I mean, literally, all you do is touch it, it cuts it. I mean, this knife right here is like a razor blade on a handle, and it will stay that way, because if it ever gets dull, again, remember, this is what dulls your knives. Cutting through food will not dull your knife, okay? It's the cutting board, the plate, or the dish that the knife hits after you cut through the food that dulls the knife.
Okay, now, William was asking about that Santuca. William, we do not have time for that presentation, but can you cut something with it, John, for William?
Yeah.
Now remember, that's available separately, and actually a lot of you, Vicki Lee, all of our friends, ask about those steak knives. They are in sellout quantity, and it's actually a double-decker design. So it's actually a set of 8 that you're getting. Okay, William, you see that?
This is the Santoku knife.
There you go, my friend.
It's razor sharp. Again, this knife, literally you'll use this knife a ton for chopping vegetables. I'm using it on a hard butternut squash right now.
Wow.
And the reason I like to show this, my mom, who's over 70 now, loves squash, but she can't cut it. But now with this knife, I mean, it's like a hot knife goes through butter.
It is, and you know, here's the thing. Anywhere else you shop, Zwilling Henkel, you know the name. This is the only place you can get this configuration. If you want to buy it anywhere else, spend $400. I mean, it's $379, and we are doing it with a 5-pay flex pay, everything in this show, free shipping. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I apologize, extended holiday return policy.
Oh, wow.
Boy, it's love from the first cut. I mean, seriously.
Hey, these come in the set too, okay? These are our dual, well, they're dual purpose, okay? They're shears for in the kitchen. You can use these for crafting. It's the same German stainless steel. It's the same quality. I want you to see this, because just for those jobs that you normally hate, okay, like with the holidays coming up, we're going to be opening up packages.
So Vicki even said, I mean, come on, the guys are using your knives for things they shouldn't be using them for, right?
Look at this. Open up your battery cases. Or when the kids, when you unpackage those things from the store and they've got all the tape and all the little wires and all that stuff, now you can snip those easily. Plus, of course, you're not unwrapping alone. So if you happen to have a bottle of root beer, like I have here, okay, it's got a bottle opener too.
It's true. And
or that works great too for those really, like, you know, ketchup bottles that are almost impossible to open.
A nice little
gripper. You can use that for that too.
Shari, excellent point. Even vegans depend on sharp knives, and that's just it. Whether you cook a little, whether you cook a lot, whether you're just opening packages, we need great knives. Lifetime warranty, but extended holiday return policy. If you want to see what all the fuss is about when it comes to a Zwilling Henkel and a lifetime warranty, the block alone is sharpening your knives. That's going to pay for your purchase. Then get these at home. You can try them for a little over $35. We'll pay to send them to you. Boy, John, you make even looking a package, you know, look easy.
Well, and you're going to love these. And keep them in your knife block set, okay? It's got the slot for it. It's labeled. Here, I got to show you this one too, okay? Our little paring knife. Again, every time that you slide this knife, and by the way, this is what we did our little pumpkin with over here.
That's true.
The utility knife
and
the paring knife, okay? This is, by the way, serrated, okay? The utility knife is serrated, but it does have that very sharp point. So it's perfect for carving pumpkins. It's for doing that work like opening boxes, those packages that you get at the door from HSN.
I'm telling you, you will love these. Please try them. Get them. I'm telling you, I know it sounds crazy that, you know, a knife is a game